Where did you plan on driving around here?
This in circles and around. That captures everything.
It does.
It's gonna be edited though, because this stuff won't be seen.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
This is cool. Every falls is pretty back up. I don't know if I can edit that, so I'm just gonna do this. Whenever I set record, we'll start talking and driving. I'm gonna change source. It's tech.
It's too advanced for me.
So that'll get the girls. Let's see. No, I'll get the girls.
It's because it's like a fish eye. It's so weird.
And go. So this is an archive of family memories. Oh, and there we go. There we go. So this is important message and family memories for people down the line. And this is Cynthia Serrato. Back there, introduce yourself, girls, because I'm going to tell you.
How many
Control that. Sorry if the camera's shaky. You could. Fast
should probably
adjustments.
pull over because there's a car coming
I know,
behind.
that's why I'm pulling over. Yeah, so we're going to be talking a lot of stuff. It's for about 40 minutes, so you can catch up and know them forever before they get wrinkled and old. and before Tina gets spirits to take us away. But you don't learn about that.
No, they won't.
So these are my nieces, and they're amazing people, and they have great stories. This is Cynthia. She actually had an amazing couple of years, and so she was diagnosed with cancer when?
In 2011.
2011. When you found out, how did that feel at the moment, or was it a shock in the later times?
I don't think that it shocked me right away. I think I was still in denial. I think my parents felt it faster than I did. I think it came when it actually like surgeries and when I started chemotherapy and radiation. I think that's when it kind of hit.
Yeah, I heard that you put superhero socks on when they put you through the...
Yeah, I would wear Batman socks and Spider-Man socks on every single time I was in the hospital.
Yeah, that's that must have been a trip and a whole different experience. What's it?
Yeah.
Is it a giant tube? Is that what it is?
Well, the radiation kind of like they laid you on a table, and I guess it depending on where your cancer was or where they wanted to do the radiation, it was really like direct. So I would just lay on a table, and they put like a big old machine, kind of looked like a big old laser. And they kind of move the thing where they needed to put do the radiation. So I wasn't in a tube or anything. I was just on a table, and the machine was kind of behind me.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on what type of cancer you have.
Oh, it's interesting. I always
Yeah.
see those giant tubes and they go.
I think those ones are like the CT scans and PET scans and MRIs. So it wasn't radiation.
And the doctors, did you have a favorite doctor or nurse during the whole experience?
My doctor, Dr. Mary LaCaze, I was introduced to her November 2011. She was kind of like the one that took control of everything. And she became, like I tell my mom, like I don't want to offend her or anything, but she became like my second mom. Like she helped
Mom would
me
get jealous.
No, my mom understood.
Mom the second.
Yeah, basically. She helped. She was like my hospital mom.
So that was the first time and the first treatments came. But then they came back.
Yeah, I relapsed again. Right before I was gonna graduate. So this was like maybe in May of 2012.
2012. Wow, that seems like it went by fast.
Yeah, it did.
So in 2012 it comes back and it's worse.
Yeah, it was more aggressive this time coming. So they changed the chemotherapy that I was taking. So they wanted to try a different approach. And this time with this chemotherapy, my hair fell out. So I graduated bald. Well, I mean, I had a wig on, but I was bald.
Well, you had fun though, right? You had the wigs. You got to
Yeah.
do the wig treatment.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried that.
And that was, did you have purple hair?
No, I always stuck with the basic colors, like light brown, like a dark brown, even black. It's kind of, I was so simple, or still am.
And how was that when you got tired? When you were fighting the cancer, how did was there more happier days or was there sadder days the next couple of years?
I think I want to say that there was a lot more happier days. I've always been the type of person that sees good in things, so I didn't really think about the negatives.
Yeah, that's a good attitude to have.
Yeah, you have to.
So when you got and then it kind of got so bad the doctors came in. Can you tell people about that? Doctors came in and to check it out and fight it. Didn't people coming from out of town to come see you?
Yeah, there was, my cancer is adenocarcinoma in the vulva. So it was like a very rare cancer for me. Well, at my age. There was other people women that were diagnosed with what I had, but they were a lot older, so their bodies couldn't fight the cancer. So the survival rate in there, like, it was not really good. But since I was young, like, I was fighting it a lot more, and they were trying to figure out a cure, basically. Trying to figure out which chemotherapies they want to use. Basically using, like, if I needed chemotherapy at all, because the type of cancer it was just a tumor. It wouldn't spread. But there was a point where the tumor was like a yolk sac. So if they were to go in there and do surgery, then I basically rupture that tumor cell and it would spread all over my body. So they just went into chemotherapy right away at that point.
So that was a rough journey, but eventually, and now you can tell them how proud you are.
Oh yeah, I think being diagnosed with cancer helped me become the person that I am today. I think it did, because it took a huge part of my becoming an adult. I was 17. I'm 24 now.
It made you grow up a little faster.
Yeah, I matured a lot more.
And how did your mom handle it? That you saw?
I think what I saw, I think she was having a hard time. But I guess seeing me stay strong, it helped her stay strong.
I heard stories of her pushing a wheelchair and going, "My knees, I hurt my knees. I'm pushing these things around."
Yeah.
And I felt for her because, she doesn't hit the gym every day, and she's not used to moving around and
Yeah.
going everywhere. And your dad worked a lot. I remember calling
Yeah.
him and saying, I've been working for 12 hours trying to pay
Yeah.
these bills to save her, and I love her. And I'm having deep discussions with your dad about it. And
Yeah.
he had a hard time talking about it.
He worked a lot during it, and I was happy that he did because it helped him cope with what was going on. But when it came down to it, he was always there. He was always in the hospital.
Your dad's strong.
Yeah,
He's very strong-willed, too.
yeah.
He's-
He doesn't show a lot of emotion, even though, like, I think he wants to be, like, he wants to show emotion, but it's, like, hard for him to do it. And, like, I think we had to get used to it. But he, like, if you talk to him about it, he will talk about it. But I don't like to because I don't want him to have to go and fight those emotions.
It's good therapy, though.
Yeah, it is.
I always feel it's good to talk about it. I don't
Yeah.
shy away from it. And your sisters, how did you cope with the news? Either one of you, how did you cope with the news, and how did you feel when she was diagnosed?
I mean, to be honest, like when like it first like they told me, I don't really remember much of it.
Well, how old were you at the time? Because you're younger.
I think we were like 12, 13.
12 and 13.
Yeah, and he was like 10 years old.
And so you saw more of how did you see your mom during the situation?
Well, I guess since we were younger, she
Kept
didn't
strong
want
because she didn't want to show that feeling toward us.
she didn't really want to show us that she was distraught until we started getting a little older.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, she still didn't want to break down in front of us, but we could already see it. It was just we all
Yeah.
felt it.
So she kind of hid it in the back bedrooms.
Yeah. I think she would cry more to my dad. Like, she would show more emotion with my dad than she did with us.
Did anybody question God or say thank you, God, for this experience?
I did because I've been like a real believer in like things happen for a reason. And my mom even also at first I was like, well, why me? Like, why when I'm trying to like go to college, I'm trying to get maybe even a scholarship to play softball. Like, I wanted all of that stuff, and for that to happen to me, I was just questioning it. Like, in all places, why my leg? Why my leg? Why couldn't it be somewhere else? You're gonna take my leg away from me to play softball. But then I started little by little, like, okay, this is for a reason. It's gonna make me stronger. It's gonna make us stronger as a family. And when this happened, I grew a bond with my mom. Because before being diagnosed, we were constantly fighting. We were bumping heads and, just like any like teenager with their mom kind of thing. And when I was diagnosed, my mom became my best friend. Like, I don't see a day without my mom.
And she really changed.
My mom, yeah.
Like, there was times before people were really judging her and she was making choices, but it was like, just wait, things change. And I guess you could look at it in perspective of this happened maybe to heal you. When you get better, you'll make it.
Yeah.
But your whole family became completely different.
We
That
did.
maybe it's hard to say it's a gift to see all the change, but do you think that change in the family would have came that was needed without the situation? It's a deep thought.
Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Because I think that if I was not diagnosed, I would not be here in El Paso. So I don't know if I wouldn't have been able to grow that bond with my parents or with my sisters even. I think we would have just been like siblings, and I would have been living out of
Elsewhere.
town. Yeah. So I wouldn't have had the bond that I have with them the way that I do now.
And so if anything to say to the camera to people your age who feel they're alone or they want to give up? What would you tell them?
I would tell them that it gets better. It gets better even when it's bad, for them to always keep their head up, because we're still living there's still another day to live, whether we're fighting or not. And I think the best thing is talk about it. Talk about it with somebody that is going through the same thing, or even blogging about it. I think just talking about it is the best thing to do.
If they're watching this video, can they write a comment? Would you answer them back?
I would. I would comment back to whatever you guys have to say, or any questions that you guys have for me. Just ask it or tell me, and I would respond.
And then when it comes to your sisters in the situation, because they're young,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on the whole thing now?
Like the whole cancer situation.
Yeah, what have you learned? What did you get out of it?
Well, I mean, ever since Cynthia has been diagnosed, I feel like we've matured faster. So, like, I feel like if you would ask us certain questions, they'd be different to, like, the common, like, say, teenager. Because we have seen things. We have met people that, like, have different situations. We've, we've just seen more. But, like, now, I don't know. Like, I don't really think about it as much. Like, it's just something that happened, and it brought a lot of change, whether it's like mentally, emotionally. Like, I know, like, I've learned to appreciate life more.
And you had quite the year as well. You did a lot. Tell us about your year, Tina.
This year?
Tell us your 2017.
Well, at the beginning of the year, I got my first job.
Exciting.
Yeah. And it was just like, I don't know what it was, but like, I was just like, you know what? I need to get a job. So, like, the first job that I applied to, I got it. And it was just like, I applied, and then the next day, they called me. And I'm just like, wait, I didn't expect it to be that fast. So I was like kind of nervous, but then I was excited. I wasn't so much in it for the money. I was just in it like so I could actually do something with my life.
Did your mom take advantage of the discounts?
Oh, yes.
I'm on 50% off.
I know I did.
Yes, even now, she'll like go to the store and she'll call me during my breaks or my lunch. And she's like, I'm at the store, come bring me your discount card. And I'm just like, I guess.
That's funny.
Yeah, but like, my sisters would tell me like she would cry because I wasn't at home as much. So she was just like, they're growing up.
Yeah, my mom is having a really hard time with us growing up, right? Like, when Tina got her job, my mom was just like, no, she was basically saying that she was gonna lose her best friends, but I was just like, you're never gonna lose your best friend. We're just growing up, Mom. And so she had a hard time with that, just like the way she had a hard time with Pete moving to Odessa. She doesn't want us to grow up yet. She wants us to be.
Yeah, Pete's not here with us,
anymore.
but Pete's my nephew. I'm gonna have a different interview with him at a different time. Because he can do an hour on Pete.
Yeah.
And,
He works a lot.
and Tina's actually an atheist, which I want to talk about because
I'm not an atheist.
you don't believe in anything, right?
But an atheist sounds so bad.
No, it's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. But we're in a room here and no one's gonna judge you.
No, I don't care.
What
if
people
judge
online,
me, but,
I know, but
it just sounds bad.
in
Like,
our
she's an
family,
atheist.
people can be judgmental, as any family. But talk about that, because when you have a different religious view, there's families that outcast people, and you have a very loving, beautiful family.
Yeah.
So when you say you don't believe in a God, it's not bad. And the only reason you're saying that is because you're feeling what you think they feel. But tell us what it because it's a strong person to come out and say, I don't believe in anything when your family's like that.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, it's not like I don't believe in a God, because I do. Like, you know, there's, you know, Jesus out there. My mom believes in him. You know, I do. I am thankful that, you know, he's brought upon things like such as like the families, friendship, things like that. But like my view on beliefs is just like, I wouldn't know how to explain it. Like, I am not stuck on just one thing. Like, I believe that people believe that there's other gods. So I'm just kind of in a middle between all religions. Like, if you believe like the Buddhas, or like if you believe that there's like a sun god, a moon god, or like if you believe that there's only one God, like that's okay with me. Because for me, like, if I'm gonna believe in something, it's gonna be me, you know?
Believe in yourself.
But yeah. And like, if I want to change something, it's gonna be me. Or like, if I believe in fate, you know, it's different. Like, it's very difficult for me to explain it because I don't think about it as much.
Well, I ask you because you're young.
Yeah.
I interviewed people, and they hold the religion and they know their parents will condemn them for thinking of it.
Yeah.
So it's better to be in a safe place and talk about it.
Well, like, there was even one time where, like, I don't even know when I like decided that I didn't want to have a religion. It was just like, you know, I don't go to church. I don't, you know, feel the need to go to church. Although a lot of people, you know, they're like, oh, you need to go to church to believe in this thing or whatever. And I don't feel that way. Like, if I want to believe in something, you know, like I said, it was going to be me believing in it. Like, if I want to believe in science, you know, I'm going to believe in it. Or it's just...
Everyone should believe in science.
Yeah.
If you can prove it.
Yeah, you can.
But there's people that are like, oh, no, don't believe in science, whatever. It's all God or whatever. But, I mean, for me, like, there was just one time where we went to, like, the doctors. And you know how sometimes they ask you if you have a religious preference? And my mom was going to say, you know, we're Christians or we're Catholic or whatever. And I told her, I was like, no, I don't have a religious preference. And, you know, she kind of, like she didn't say anything. Yeah, she didn't say anything. But she kind of looked at me like, what do you mean? Like, we've always considered ourselves as Catholics. And it's just like, for me to say that, kind of like, you know, why would you say that? So, I mean, I didn't care because it was my decision. Although I didn't talk to anybody about it, it's just, I didn't care. Like, I mean, if you want me to be Catholic, I can't be something that I don't have a passion for, or something like that, you know?
Yeah, it's interesting because Anissa can comment on this because she's still young. I want to things about this. People go, I'm Catholic, I'm right. I'm Protestant, I'm right. I'm Jewish, I'm right. You're wrong.
Yeah.
And if you believe in Jesus, you say Jesus is a whole, and they say this is a Jesus belief, but you're wrong, I'm right. And I see Jesus as someone who's just Jesus, so you believe in Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't see that, oh, Catholic, 100% right. Or non-denominational, 100% right. He didn't go, here's a piece of me for you, and here's a little piece for you. He's not a cake.
Right.
We can't cut it out. But what do you think about that, Anissa?
Well, like, I mean, yeah, people have their own, like, opinions about things, but, like, we can't always share them. Like, I don't know, like, how to think about that. Like, yeah, I don't go to church or anything, but, like, I don't, like, yeah, pray sometimes, but I don't really have, like, a strong belief to anything.
You're still growing up.
I think what
You're the young one.
I like to say is that we're very open-minded people. Like, my parents are very open-minded. My mom will speak what's on her mind, but it's usually supportive. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's like really blunt. But I appreciate her advice or her opinion But I like to say that the three of us in this car, because we talk a lot, we're very open-minded. We don't judge people. People will judge us, but we'll be okay with it because we are entitled to our own opinion.
And I feel like if someone judges me because I don't have a religious preference, it's just like I'm seeing another view. Like I'm fine with being judged because then I could see their view on like topics like this.
Right.
Like even working at Walmart, like a lot of people talk to us about things. Like we wouldn't necessarily ask them. They'll just like come up to us and be like, oh, I don't know why people like this or like this and things like that. And we're just like, me personally, I'm just like, yeah, you know, I mean, if you feel that way, I won't really like comment on the things that they're saying, but you know, I'll just be like, yeah, that's, I mean, if you feel that way, that's okay, I guess.
Yeah. I don't see people by their religion or by even their skin color. I see them as a person that has a personality or feelings. That's just the way I see it.
And Anissa, how was your 2017?
It was good, but at some points I did have rough times, like with school and other things. And it was a good year, but some parts were rough.
Did you not just you don't like school?
I mean, I love school. Like I'm studying for what I want to become, and I'm looking forward to the future. But at some point of school, like I was just like the teachers, like they were not teaching us good enough for us to get the career that we want to.
That has to do with politics. They don't. The funding's completely down in education.
Yes, especially the old school that I was going to.
You know, and politicians always say they're going to change things, but they don't. But honestly, that's a whole different subject for a different time.
Yeah.
But
It's a different topic.
But how was did you meet anyone you liked this year? How are you girls dating? Or did you not date? Don't say anything you don't want to say, but you know, just asking. I don't know. I live 8 hours away. And I come back and
I dated a lot this year. I developed a stalker, but
congratulations.
Stalker. Yeah.
I never had one. I'm so jealous.
I don't know how to feel about it.
Are they cute?
No.
No? Oh. Well, then that's gross.
That's just
If they're cute, it's okay. If they're gross,
Well,
it's gross.
well, there's two. Then I guess I could say that there's two stalkers because, well, I like to say that he's my best friend. His name is Bryson Sims. I'm gonna just say his name. He played for the Diablos.
Outed.
Well, so he knows if I ever tell him about this video, I want him to know that he played for the Diablos. And he's a baseball player.
Cool.
And, like, he's older than I am. He just turned 29. So, I'm serious. Like, I feel like I'm attracted to older men, and it's just, they're more mature. And I guess because I had to mature so much. So, I find myself closer to, like, I mean, not too old. I mean, I want them to still be in their 20s.
You're of age to date people older.
Yeah. So, he was, like, basically the only guy that respected me as a woman. He would get off and even talk to my parents, and he would open the door for me. He would close the door for me, and
You would lift your legs.
yeah, he would lift my leg to put me in the car, and just things like that. Like, so
He sounds like a sweet guy.
yeah, he's a very sweet guy.
He doesn't sound like a stalker at all.
He would pass by the house.
Oh,
Be
well,
like,
that's
"Are you
stalker.
home?" And be like, "No, I'm not home." I mean, I guess it just since he wanted to like see me and stuff, but
Golden binoculars?
I don't know. Oh, well, gold is his favorite color, so who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? But
No,
yeah,
dating scene is hard. It's,
yeah, it is.
Who you love is who you love. I always say, whoever you're in love with, I don't care who you are, as long as you're happy.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it. I think that's why our family is so close right now. Like, do you want to talk about it, Anissa?
You can talk if you don't want to talk about anything. I don't know. I'm just asking.
Not really.
That's fine.
Are you happy?
Now I am.
She's happy.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hard,
Rough
patch. So I'm just happy that we got our Nisa back.
She's gonna grow.
Yeah.
It's great.
She wants to grow too fast, and I'm just like, no, don't do it. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So it sounds like there was an adventurous 2017 for all
Yeah.
of you,
Yes.
and a rebuilding because you're cancer free right now,
3 years.
and your sisters are happy. You're closer than ever, and your dad doesn't have to work so much, and it's easier payments. And,
Yeah.
And I hear there's a new house coming.
Yeah. My parents are planning on building their first home, which I am so excited about. Like, I want to see them grow old in their own house. I want to see them grow old in their house.
So to end it, let's do this. Do the you want 30 years from now? Send a message to one. Tell your parents you love them, just in case you don't get to see it, and if something were to happen, God forbid, you can actually. They'll have it on video. They can watch anytime.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tell your parents you love them, and then say what you want in the next 10 years from your family personally.
Oh, that's hard. Okay. Hi, Mom and Dad. I love you very much, and I want to say, in the next 10 years, I would like for my mom to be less angry. That's like the first thing. I want her to be a lot more calm. But I think the thing that I want most is to stay strong, to continue to stay strong. To be less worried or stress-free, because we got it. You guys raised some really intelligent kids, some very ambitious kids. So I see that we're gonna be okay. I think we're gonna be good. Do you guys want to say anything?
Cynthia said it all.
I know I don't say it enough because I don't like, well, and it's not that I like not showing emotions or like hugging them or like any type of affection, but I do love you guys. I hope that one day you guys don't have to worry about anything. Yeah. That's about it.
They said it all. My mom and dad, I know, the next 10 years is going to be more happier and less stress-free because we're all going to have our own jobs and we're going to be able to provide for you guys, and you guys don't have to worry anymore. We're going to have our own house. We don't have to worry anymore that much. So, yeah, we got this.
Yeah.
It's a
Just
strong
want to be
finish.
happy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. You got to know them, and if you watch this video, make sure you can comment. And if they'll probably message you back. They're cool people. All right.
Oh, and I don't call upon spirits.
Yeah, don't call upon spirits. They're evil. They're evil spirits out there. Don't call on them.
Yeah.
Don't call Cthulhu.
Don't call Cthulhu. Though I hear he makes his own
unless you
cheesecake.
want to, but then you don't have to.
Cheesecake. I like cheesecake.
Just don't stay in the house. You gotta go.
Yeah.
Just bring the cheesecake, drop it off.
Yeah.
If you believe in Cthulhu, that's cool. I don't judge.
Yeah.
Write your comments below.
You just have to, deal with it. So,
All right, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.